Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from Return of the Fan, and as we all know, Amazon's Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, has now been unleashed onto the unsuspecting world. Well, not unsuspecting, we've all known about it for a long time, and for most of us, we know it's going to be crap because it's filled up with diversity, and from what I've read from some reviews and things, the dialogue is absolute shit, but it absolutely looks beautiful, which is where most of the money has gone. And from what I hear, it's actually about $50 million per episode for this. $50 million per episode? And apparently it's just a dumpster fire. I will say that I haven't seen it yet because I'm not an Amazon Prime subscriber, but I will be because I want to go and watch the Terminal List. I don't want to watch The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. So when I finish watching Terminal List, I might get around to watching this just as I finish up my free trial and just have a look at it. But I'm happy to go with some of the reviews that I've read from people that I trust. But let's have a read of this article on Bounding into Comics. Amazon confirms new review system preventing users from leaving feedback on Rings of Power until 72 hours after its premiere. Claims the waiting period introduced is to stop review bombing from trolls on the internet. Of course, because there are just millions and millions and millions of people out there who are just trolls and they just live for trolling any type of show that comes out and write bad reviews for it. They just can't accept that maybe they're not trolls, maybe they have seen it and they just want to put across their view. I'm sure there are some, but I don't think it's as many as what Amazon or these big corporations actually think. In the latest movie by Hollywood and corporate America at large for that matter, to silence dissent against their narrative acceptable products under the loose guise of fighting internet trolls, Amazon has vowed a new initiative to delay user reviews for any given piece of content added to their Prime Video service. Its existence confirmed to Variety by an Amazon representative on September 2nd, after users of all opinions towards the series noticed that their criticisms were not being automatically listed. The company's new system now requires 72 hours to pass after a film or series premieres before users can leave its feedback. According to the trade news outlet, if a review is left within this 3-day debut window, each critique is then evaluated to determine whether it's genuine or a forgery created by a bot, troll, or other breed of digital goblin. So I wonder, how do they determine if it's genuine or a forgery? I wonder. Maybe if it is positive, then it's not, then it is genuine. And maybe if it's not positive, then it's not genuine and a forgery, and so they delete it. Maybe that's what they use. I wonder. Further, the representative revealed that though it was discovered just recently Further, the representative revealed that thought it was discovered just recently thanks to the premiere of the multi-million bastardization of J.R. Tolkien's seminal fantasy works. The system has actually been in place since August 12th, with the first test subject being the streaming platform series reboot of A League of Their Own. I wonder why. Notably, in support of Amazon's performative fears, Variety pointed to the stark contrast between the series' current 84% critical reviews and 34% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes as evidence that Rings of Power would see, and in fact had already been the victim of review bombing. No, it can't possibly be that that number of people don't like it. It must be review bombing. That surely is the reason. However, this disingenuous framing of the audience score ignores the fact that while many of the series' negative reviews were left by those who understandably and arguably rightly rejected Rings of Power solely for its wanton butchering of Tolkien's vision, a vast majority of them came from fans who, as evidenced by the direct critiques of the episodes themselves, gave its premiere a chance and still found themselves disappointed. One user, Cairo R, wrote in his 1-star review, "My wife and I literally fell asleep halfway through the first episode." That's not good. If you're putting people to sleep in your first episode, that's not good. The dialogue is bland and uninspired, the pacing is boring, the characters are unlikable, Galadriel has a grating smugness and hubris seeping from her pores. It's hard to say much positive so far besides the soundtrack is excellent. No, I've heard the soundtrack is really bad. From what I've seen in the trailers, the soundtrack is terrible compared to the actual Lord of the Rings trilogy. But that's only because Howard Shore is fantastic as always. Did he do it? Or maybe I need to watch it to know. From what I've seen for the trailers, it looks terrible, but maybe it's better in the actual series. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll give it another shot tonight, but so far it has failed to captivate in any kind of meaningful, positive way. Joel R., who made it clear, did not believe in ratings, 1s and 10s and all, but the most extreme cases, like I said, it's a very solid 2 or 3, but considering the source material, it should have been better. Exactly. It's a tragedy that so much money was spent to build something so beautiful, lamented Anthony, and seemingly zero time spent on the script. I was simultaneously in awe of the look of it, but dumbfounded by the stupidity of it. What a great comment! Oh, I think I actually hurt myself when I involuntarily rolled my eyes at the "you people" line directed at the dark-skinned elf. They continued, referring to the scene as shown below, wherein Arondir is confronted by thinly veiled straw man of a Trump supporter who on earth thought it was a line that needed to be said, and the writing just never rises above the level of sophomoric idiocy. Oh, these people, man, they just can't get over Trump, can they? The proper unveiling of Amazon's new review blunting system follows a previous report from Business Insider that claimed that, as per predictions from the insider sources within Amazon, Amazon will find a way, regardless of actual viewership, to sound the trumpets of victory. They have to. They have to make this succeed. They spent so much money on this friggin' show. They have to make it look like it's successful any way they can, even if it's not. It's what they have to do. Well, there we go. We can see that Amazon is trying their very best to stop people commenting on it. I'm not going to comment on it myself, so I don't really care what system they use. I'll just have to wait and see for myself to see how bad it is, but from what I've seen, it's pretty terrible. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments section. I'd love to read your comments. And if you liked it, I have nothing against you for liking it, right? If you like it, that's good for you, but from what I've heard, it sounds it's pretty bad, and I don't think I'm going to like it, but I guess I'll have to wait and see after watching Terminal List. I'll get around to watching it. But anyway, let me know what you think, and after I watch it, I can come back and have a look and see what the rest of you thought. Anyway, let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, you're welcome to give it a thumbs down. And if you like my content, please subscribe as well. It will be muchly appreciated. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next video.